Well, howdy there, folks in YouTube land. This is Stewie MTG back again with my Treefolk Tribal deck. And for right now, the commander being Colfinor of the Last Yew. We've got ourselves here a 6-mana 3/7, and when either it or another creature you control hits a graveyard, you get another creature back with a lesser toughness. I didn't build the deck around the commander, mainly for the colors, until I can get my hands on the door and the siege tower. Check my links below for my trade binder and lists. If you guys have a door and the siege tower or any other cards that's in the maybe board section on Architect, let me know. Head up a trade. But with that, when we're digging into Treefolk, I actually want to hit the only non-Treefolk in the deck, and that's going to be Deity of Scars. This is kind of a placeholder for when I get some of the other older early 93, 94 Magic Treefolk to go in here. Glenara, Color of Wildwood, mana protection, non-Treefolk, but kind of looks like one. We've got Tree of Perdition, which don't know why it's not Treefolk. And then Creekwood Liege to give a buff to my Treefolk. With that, just a few enchantments for the deck. We've got, for mana protection, we've got Zendikar Resurgent. Just for fun, I included Gifted the Deity to slap on my commander. Side of the Scale Lords for a combat buff. We got Elemental Bond for a card draw. And as a great gift from my friend Brian over at Cure for the Common Game, I could not find my assault formations. I thought I had three or four of them, and so he sent that over for me, and it's going right in this deck. Only artifact in this deck is the Great Henge, once again for mana production. And let's dig into the Treefolk. In no particular order. I don't even have this by mana cost, but you know, that's okay. We've got Ezra Channeler, Warden of the Woods, Elysian Caryatid. Yes, I kind of lied. There is one more non-Treefolk creature in there. We've got Canker Abomination, Boss Banneret, Dauntless Dobark, Deadwood Treefolk, Dungrove Elder, Ebony Treefolk, Everbark Shaman, Gasbark Twins, Ghoul. I'm throwing cards here, folks. Man, that one slid all over the place. Just chucking cards. Good thing these are in Dragon Shield Inners and Dragon Shield Outers. That one went a ways. We've got Gasbark. Or no, excuse me, Ghoultree. Great Oak Guardian. Heartwood Storyteller. Gnarled Professor. Colonian Twingrove. Leaf-Crowned Elder. Lumbernut. Magadnoth Treefolk. Oak Gnarl Warrior. Orchard Warden. Rootless Yew. Sapling of Colfinor, which originally was going to be the commander for this deck until Colfinor came out in the commander set. Seed Guide Ash. Sheltering Ancient. This one also might be a placeholder because I kind of don't want to be giving out cumulative +1/+1 counters on my opponent's creatures. Thorntooth Witch. Tilling Treefolk. Timber Protector. Treefolk Harbinger. Treefolk Seedlings. Toonveld Treefolk. Uvenwald Observer. Unstoppable Ash. Velderoth the Ancient. Weatherseed Treefolk. Wickenboro Elder, and last but not least, we got Woodfall Primus. Now for the small assortment of removal, instants and sorceries that we have here, we've got Back for More, card draw and Shamanic Revelation. A fun theme slash flavor for Cantankerous Thirst. For multi-faceted destruction, interaction with my opponents. We've got Bramble Crush, Reclaiming Vines, Crack Open, Casualties of War, Death Sprout, Putrefy, Croson Grip, Golgari Charm, and for the 2 tribal instants, since it's a tree folk deck, might as well put them in here. We got Reach of Branches and Root Grapple. That's the end of the regular part of the deck. As far as non-basic lands, there's a boatload because we got a 3-color deck going on here. In no particular... Actually, let me sort this order here for a second, folks. I thought I had done this. I just, in fact, listed this deck on Archidect and was making sure that I had everything listed where it should be, and unfortunately, it was not. Almost done here, folks. Thanks for waiting. So, to cover all 3 colors, we've got, of course, Command Tower, which I've now been just only adding in 3 colors plus decks. I don't see really the need to put it in a 2-color deck. Yes, it comes into play untapped, but I need to keep my resources for other decks. We got Sandstep Citadel. Also, as a placeholder for, we've got Murmuring Bosk. This is a proxy. I'm actually looking to get a hold of a Murmuring Bosk. So, once again, someone has one for trade. Please see the description down below. For dual lands, dual color lands that is, we've got Temple of Plenty, Twilight Mire, Witherbloom Campus, Woodland Cemetery, Woodland Chasm, Temple of Malady, Foul Orchard, Golgari Guildgate, Hissing Quagmire. That might be a placeholder for something else. I'm not the biggest fan of the manlands, so give me an idea of what to put in there. Jungle Hollow, Llanowar Wastes, Darkmoss Bridge. Single color lands that have an effect. Non-basics, we've got our Cycling Land in Tranquil Thicket, Oran Reef the Vastwood, because it fits the theme, and Mosswort Bridge, to give us some free tree folk. Some black non-basics, we've got Barren Moor for the cycling, Bajuka Bog to blow up somebody's graveyard, and so for a little bit of color fixing and ramp, we've got Myriad Landscape, Evolving Wilds, and Blighted Woodland. Well, this has been my Colfinor / Doran the Siege Tower deck once I get one. This has been a lot of fun looking through a lot of nostalgia, especially in seeing some of the older cards that remind me of starting late 1993, early 94. Yes, I am getting old. But it's been a pleasure to continue doing this 32 deck challenge. This is my submission for Abzan colors. I've been switching back to just your standard 100 card Ultra Pro decks. These are double sleeved in Dragon Shield inners and outers. And it fits just fine because now I've been putting my decks instead of the Pirate Labs cases. They're now in those toolboxes. And this deck box does just fine in keeping them safe in the toolbox. And taking a cue from Brian over at Cure for the Common Game, I've got the card that describes the deck in the back of the commander. Nice and thick, like Brian says. You can. That's nice and should be nice and loud for it. Nice and smack that commander down. So this was my Treefolk deck. You guys, stay tuned as we got a couple more decks coming up for today. See you all again soon. Bye.